All right, everyone. Smoking kills children's potential. Um, Several studies show that family cigarette smoking in the home has several very harmful, very negative effects on children in the home. These effects can include lower cognitive function and abilities, lower physical performance and fitness and physical abilities, as well as higher likelihood of the children smoking cigarettes in their own adulthood or having other problems with addiction. With that being said, those will be the main points discussed today in this discussion. So let's move on to the first point, which is the lower cognitive function. So studies show lower cognitive function in children whose families smoke cigarettes in the home, with them in the home. This is because they're getting that secondhand smoke and they're inhaling a lot of the toxins that the adults who are smoking cigarettes are also inhaling, but without knowing any of the kind of effects. A study done by Bauman, Laprelle, and Floeling, Parental Cigarette Smoking and Cognitive Performance of Children at the University of North Carolina. It was a four-pronged cognitive measures test showing that children from smoking homes scored lower on every test in the entire arsenal. These tests included the Draw a Man test, which is a very basic cognitive physical test, the Ravens Colored Progressive Matrices test, the Peabody Picture Vocabulary test, and the Item Accuracy Quick test. These are really novice tests, really basic and easy, just to show kind of the basic cognitive functions of an individual, and the children of the smoking homes scored really low on all four of those tests compared to children from non-smoking homes. According to the article Family Cigarette Smoking and Test Performance by Adolescents by Bauman, Koch, and Fisher in 1989, lower scores were performed by children of smoking homes on the California Achievement Tests than children from non-smoking homes. A quote from that article is actually that for the total battery, the test scores significantly decrease as family smoking increases. That was again Bowman, Koch, and Fisher, 1989. So yeah, that basically means that the more cigarettes are smoked in the home with children by the family members, the lower their cognitive function is going to be. Now let's talk about the physical effects of smoking. Lower physical fitness is a symptom of family members smoking in the home. According to the Japanese study by Fukuba and Takamoto, cigarette smoking and physical fitness, more smoking in the home equals more carbon monoxide levels of the children in their brains, displacing oxygen molecules. Also, it led to a lot more carboxyl hemoglobin molecules, which is another molecule that actually displaces oxygen in the brain. Less oxygen in the brain obviously means lower cognitive function. It also means lower stamina, lower physical fitness, lower physical strength, lower endurance and agility, lower overall physical ability. Because not only does these carboxyl hemoglobins affect the brain, they also affect our blood, and our blood goes into our muscles and arteries and veins. And if our blood isn't getting good oxygen, then neither is our body. Now I'd like to talk about our last point, which is the likelihood of addiction. So the likelihood of addiction, according to the study that was smoking by family members and friends and electronic e-cigarette use in adolescents, performed by Wang in 2018, children who come from homes where family members use tobacco products and use cigarettes and such are much more likely to use cigarettes themselves in their adolescence and adulthood. As well as in our modern era of e-cigarettes, it's very easy for adolescents to get their hands on these nicotine products. It's easy for them to begin this habit and as well as to continue it in this modern day and age if they've been exposed to that as a child in their childhood. These things can really present a lot of problems for them, as well as it can lead them to have their own other addictions later on in life, if they see that one of their parents is addicted to a substance like cigarettes or nicotine, or even vaping if they choose to use that at the time. To sort of reiterate our main 3 points, cigarette smoking has a lot of negative effects, not just on the person who uses the tobacco products, but on people who are around. So children from homes who have had cigarettes smoked in them usually have lower cognitive ability and score lower on tests. They also have lower physical function and usually have lower lung capacities themselves, or lower blood oxygen levels. And lastly, they can even have their own addictions and later on in life, or use cigarettes themselves or other tobacco products. I'd like to thank everyone for listening to my speech today, and I all hope that you have something that you can take home from this and apply it to your daily lives. Thank you.